What's up, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Money. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to the 3,000 or so of you that have subscribed. Thanks to the maximum for that. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to hit that button down there because this channel is growing at a super rate. But today what I want to do is I want to talk about Shiba Inu coin, and one of the biggest topics that has been going on with the token is a talk about coin burn, and that is all over the internet. It's on Reddit, Twitter, it's all over YouTube. Like every 6 seconds somebody is coming out with a new YouTube or video or a tweet or a Reddit post that talks about the coin burn that everyone wants to see. But what I wanted to get into today was why I think that a coin burn is not likely to happen and why I don't think that it necessarily needs to happen. I think that one of the biggest problems with a coin burn is that all of the tokens are currently in circulation. At least they're supposed to be. Now, if you guys remember when they minted their 1 quadrillion Shiba Inu tokens, they locked 50% to Uniswap and they locked 50% to Vitalik Buterin. Of those 50% that he had, he donated 10% to the India COVID Relief Fund, which effectively took tokens that should have been locked away to him and put them into circulation. Those are going to get sold and used to treat COVID, which is awesome. But nonetheless, that puts downward pressure on the price. He then burned 90% of what he had remaining, and he said that he was going to take the other 10% of what he had remaining and donate that to charity. That should be all of the coins or tokens that are in circulation. And with other crypto projects, usually the developers have a large wallet of their own that has a large holding of the whatever crypto it's in. And what happens is that they can burn a good portion of that and really boost the price of the coin up, boosting everyone's prices, but also boosting their own as well. Now, in the case of this, all of the coins should be in circulation and should either be in that burn wallet in the 10% that Vitalik has remaining or to the COVID relief fund. So they should all be in somebody's hands. So when you look at that, and with all the coins supposedly being in somebody's hands and not having any for the developers to burn on their own, if you start burning coins, you are going to have to start burning people's coins. So you and me, people who own coins or tokens of this cryptocurrency, will have to see their amounts reduced in a proportional fashion. So, for example, if they say we're going to burn 10% of the supply, you would end up losing 10% of the coins that you have in your possession. Now, that doesn't really mean anything on its own. You won't end up losing value. This would end up being like a reverse stock split, where if you have 2 of something and it's worth $1 and that's what the market for that product is worth, and they said, well, we're going to get rid of one of them and the market is still worth $1. Instead of those each being worth 50 cents a piece, they would be worth $1 a piece. So even though you would have less Shiba Inu tokens, you would still have the same dollar amount of tokens at the end of the day. So this would make the per coin price go up, but your total value that you have in the investment would remain the same. Now, there is some benefit to this as far as putting just upwards pressure on the price of it, because it would get noticed in social media, on the media. People would see the price go up dramatically, even though it would be because of essentially a reverse split. But then that could cause people to pile in, and we're going to get to that later about how that is probably the best thing that could happen to the coin, is they have a lot of people pile in with a lot of money. But the biggest thing that I have noticed when I've looked at this coin and I've looked at the circulating supply and I've looked at the total supply and where coins are supposed to be allocated, there should have been 500 trillion coins allocated to Vitalik. There should have been 500 trillion coins put in Uniswap. And when you start adding it up on like Coin Market Cap, or if you look at crypto.com or Coinbase, it says that there's 395-ish trillion coins in circulation. And then you take his 500 trillion coins and you end up with 895 trillion coins. And there's very little, really no mention of where the other 105 trillion coins are. And that's something that's been on my mind ever since I started getting into this, and I've been researching and looking. So if anyone knows where those 105 trillion coins are, drop me a comment down below and tell me what you think is going on with those. Because the only thing that I can think of is that those coins have been locked to the developers in some way, and they could technically be burned or otherwise manipulated to manipulate the price of the Shiba Inu token. But now, really, in the grand scheme of things, if you took those 105 trillion coins that are not calculated in the circulating
Today, Junior?
currency, that would only account for about a 20% amount, and as we've seen in other videos, 20% burn is not going to do hardly anything for the overall price of the Shiba Inu token. Being that in a video that I put out earlier, you would have to burn down at least 99% of the tokens to get even close to 1 cent with the current market cap of about $3.27 billion. The next area where people talk about burning the Shiba Inu token is if and when the ShibaSwap comes online and you are able to stake and farm your Shiba tokens to get leash and bone tokens. And a lot of people say that this is going to burn a lot of tokens or coins because of the staking. But the biggest thing to think about is that staked tokens are not burnt. They are just temporarily out of circulation. And while that can temporarily reduce the effective supply of tokens that are on the market, that token is not burnt. It is just locked away, sort of like a certificate of deposit at a bank. But those can come back on the market. And so even though that may drive up the price a little bit and temporarily because they are effectively out of circulation, they're not totally removed from circulation and, taken out of the market completely. They can come back. And then again, even if 90% of the current circulation right now was staked at the current market cap, we would only drop 1 off of the price of the Shiba Inu token right now by taking 90% off of the market. That is how large of a supply that there is that 90% coming off the market is only going to increase the price by taking it down from 5 zeros to 4 zeros. So even a very highly staked crypto like Cardano that's been in the 70s, 80% of the total supply staked, that is not going to significantly increase the price of Shiba Inu coin in the near future. Now, when you look at the Shiba Inu ecosystem as far as staking and the rewards thing, there said that on the bottom box, it says that there are 33% available and 66% are locked away for 6 months. And I've seen people all over the place with this as well, that your Shiba, that 33% is burned and 66% is then locked away and staked for 6 months. Why would anyone invest their coins into something where you are going to lose 33% on the front end? I mean, like as soon as you do it. Another thing was saying that if you end up getting Bone Coin, the governance coin, that 33% means that those folks that have those Bone governance coins can elect to burn that 33%. And while I guess if enough people had enough market share of the governance tokens in order to do that, it could be done. I just don't see how that is going to be done in the future. I don't see where people are going to vote to burn their own tokens.
It's just dumb.
Why is it dumb?
Because again, destroying your own assets in order to raise the price of the asset is very counterproductive. It's like having 100 acres of land and saying that you are going to flood 99 of them in order to make the 1 acre of land that you have remaining worth more money. And the biggest thing that I can see for no coin burn happening in the future is that it was made and specifically developed to be a very inexpensive coin that you can hold a lot of. just read the Wolf paper. Just read through it. I believe it's on page 11 of the Wolf paper. Specifically states that users can acquire billions or trillions of the coins, and that it will outpace Dogecoin significantly while remaining under 1 cent. And that is very telling about what they want to do with the Shiba Inu token. They want people to be able to acquire billions and trillions. That's why they wrote it. They expect it to stay significantly under 1 cent in value. And when they compare it to Dogecoin, they're never said anything about it going above the price of Dogecoin. They just said it was going to outpace the value of Dogecoin, which means that it can make a larger percentage gain than Dogecoin while remaining under 1 cent in value and allowing people just to buy a slew of these things for not much money. Because, I mean, really, it's sort of fun to say that you have 1 million or 1 billion or 1 trillion of any coin, even if you only have tens or hundreds or just a couple thousands of dollars in it. It's a fun thing to do. Another big thing that is missing from the Wolf paper in regards to burning tokens is any mention of that whatsoever. The only time that they mention burning is when they talk about, I believe it's on Leash, where they burnt the keys to the rebasing function for Leash. That is pretty much the only time that they mention burning anything other than, I guess, when they say they burnt some of it to vitilic buterin. There is nothing in there about them burning coins. There is no mechanism for burning coins in the Wolf paper, so it would take an extremely large revamp of, I think, the entire system. But another thing in the Wolf paper is it is very vague on a lot of different subjects. There's not much information about many subjects, including ShibaSwap. They basically just say that it's coming soon, and there is no real timeline for it, even though I have seen that it is getting audited right now by Certix. But it's not all bad news today, guys. Here is what Shiba Inu coin needs much more than any type of coin burn or anything like that. It needs money flowing in. That is the way forward for this. Just like they say in business that you can't cut your way to success, you need to increase your revenues, increase your cash flows. That is exactly what Shiba Inu needs at this moment, is some sort of catalyst to get money coming in. And now, if that means that it has to be some sort of a burn and people have to take a 10 or 20 or 50% haircut to the amount of coins that they have and essentially do a reverse stock split where you would the coin price would go up, but you would have less of them, but your value would remain the same. That could be a catalyst for people, especially retail traders, to just get in. They say, oh, look, this coin is going up. This coin is this much in value. It gets it in the news. It gets it all over social media that things are happening to it. But that could also go the opposite way too, because typically in the stock market, in business, reverse splits usually mean that there's something going not great with the company. They either issue too many shares, their profit has gone down significantly, or they're at risk of being delisted because their share price is going down below whatever the listing marketplace that it's on, their threshold, and it usually signals that a company is in distress. So although that could get some press, it could also be negative press, but as they say, any publicity is good publicity. Another great catalyst for money coming into this coin would be if ShibaSwap would launch in the near future. Again, there's very little information on when that is coming out. Occasionally you'll see a tweet, occasionally you'll see some speculation, occasionally one of us YouTube folks will make a video saying they know when it's going to come out, but they don't. Again, Certix is looking into it. They've been saying that they are verifying it and auditing it. The Shiba website has been saying that they're doing final audits for a safe launch, but there is no known date about when that will launch. But I can only imagine that will get a lot of good press and bring a lot of money into the coin and be able to increase the market cap even with the amount of tokens in circulation. Another thing that would be great for this token would be just a breakout in cryptocurrencies overall. Crypto's been kind of in a lull since it collapsed about a month ago or so. And I've watched this, and essentially it follows Bitcoin as many other cryptos do, and it just goes in the same waves on the chart as Bitcoin ends up doing. So a general breakout in cryptocurrency prices will obviously be bullish for this coin. It will be bullish for really any other coin that you are tracking. And again, money coming in is exactly the thing that needs to happen. And you guys remember, small coin price increases translate into large percentage increases. And that is, again, like I said, the point of this whole thing is so that you can own billions or trillions at and significantly outpace Doge without going over 1 cent. Now, if we just go back to the highs of this coin of 0.40 and then 37, so 0.000037, from our price today on June the 7th, 2021 of 0.5082, that is a 451% increase. And that is a fantastic return if you can get in on a 451% increase. That not only gets us back up to the previous high, that doesn't even eclipse that, which it's likely that at some point it will eclipse it in the future. That is the point of the Shiba Inu coin, is for you to be able to make large gains in value with just a little bit of money put in and be able to hold a ton of these coins. Now remember, guys, that I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I'm doing, but be sure to do your own research on the topic. I am just going to continue to buy a little bit more Shiba Inu token every time I really think about it, because it's just been trading sideways in that 0.50s and then between 7 and 9. And I think that if it can go back up to its highs, and I would like to be in on that 451% increase. So guys, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button for me. It really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet, like a lot of you guys are, but I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that aren't. Hit that subscribe button to grow your wealth, increase your success, put you on the road to financial freedom. I appreciate you guys watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.